One of the big issues when you're dealing with virus infections is actually the buildup what's called reactive oxygen species, and these are inflammatory cytokine creative, which is actually what becomes the biggest issue when you're dealing with the coronavirus. It's not really the virus in itself; it's just if you have too much buildup of the reactive oxygen species in your system, and especially in your lungs, then you can then create kind of a shutdown of the system, and that's where you will then have a hard time to actually absorb oxygen through the little air sacs that you have in the lungs. So what you really want to do, and this relates to any kind of virus, so this is not just the coronavirus, and it doesn't mean that you have to run around being panicked that now I'm not going to be able to breathe. This is just one of the precautions that you need to consider. So reactive oxygen species, where do they come from? Well, if you eat foods that are very inflammatory in nature, you tend to have more of these reactive oxygen species, such as if you eat a lot of sugar, if you eat refined flours, trans fatty acids, all these things creates a buildup of these reactive oxygen species. So you have then a component that's called antioxidants that help to balance out these reactive oxygen species. And where do we find these? Well, we find them in food. So if you have good quality, healthy food, lots of vegetables, lots of fruits, they contain a tremendous amount of these antioxidants. And it's good to eat a variety of foods, a variety of colors. Each color has different types of nutrients. So when you look at your day and what you've eaten, try to have a little bit of every color of the fruits and vegetables, and that will load you up on a full spectrum of these different antioxidants. And they will then neutralize these reactive oxygen species so that you can then really support the health of the cell even during an attack of a viral infection.